now, the next thing is called the TCA. The TCA is the terminal control area. What is the TCA? So when we look at this airport over there, let's imagine, here we have this bowl, okay? And you see in the middle, we've got that little coin. That represents an airport in a terminal control area. So an airport in a terminal control area would be a big airport, like DCA, like SeaTac, like whatever, Houston, Hobby, you name it, okay? So the airspace that's controlled, so here we got our coin in there, you look at that, we put this down, and from the ground up is all controlled airspace to a certain height, okay? So this is a quasi-cheesy example, and it can be shaped a little bit different ways. They call it kind of an inverted pie, whatever. But this, anything that flies into this, so if we have somebody that staggers in, like in those first two accidents that we talked about where an airplane flew inadvertently into the TCA, they were in the terminal control area. What does that mean? That means all aircraft in this airspace must be controlled and separated by ATC, period. Okay, that's the TCA. If you fly out of it, okay, then, and like if you're flying what they call visual flight rules, so you have IFR, which is instrument flight rules, and you have visual flight rules, which means you don't have to be in contact with ATC. So all the general aviation flying we used to do, most of it, we would be VFR. We're our own controller, per se. We're just keeping our own visual separation from other aircraft, doing whatever, but at certain altitudes and airspaces, you had to contact or be in contact with ATC, okay? So that's what the terminal control area is, all right? So there's that. Now, let's talk about something else. Now we want to talk about something called tracon, which is the terminal radar approach control. What in the world is that? So here's my little quasi tower, okay? So on the top of the tower, you've got windows and you've got tower controllers. And in the base of the tower, you're going to have departure and approach controllers, okay? This is part of the tracon system, okay? So what does that mean? Well, when we go back and look at our TCA, so here's our TCA, right? And so the environment in this house that we're looking at is going to be inside the TCA. So everything that you're seeing here is inside the terminal control area. All right, so how does this work between one big airport to another? Because you also have what's called en route